Our hearts are heavy tonight here at CBS 2. Our station and the city have lost this man, an iconic journalist and a dear friend. Veteran reporter John Slattery passed away suddenly this morning at his home in Westchester County. He had heart problems. For more than 30 years, John covered the tri-state area for CBS 2 and covered it well. Dick Brennan now with a look back at John's distinguished career.
Let's now take a picture of the scene as it is right now.
He was the ultimate pro, a New Yorker who knew the city inside and out.
What a welcome here at Kennedy Airport.
And when chaos reigned, John Slattery was always calm and cool.
So I'm trying to run to grab people, talk to them, and then come back with the information. It's a little bit helter-skelter, but we have a terrible emergency.
30 years covering the biggest beat in the world and the momentous stories that changed the city forever.
What we've had here are thousands of people. Let's keep going around. Let's keep going around. We've had thousands of people who have been evacuated from various buildings around here.
And when the world came to New York, John Slattery brought it into New Yorkers' living rooms.
New York City, the gateway for tens of millions of immigrants yearning to be free, opens its arms to the premier symbol of freedom in the 90s, Nelson Mandela. It's ironic that today's killings come at the same time as Cardinal O'Connor's pilgrimage for peace.
And I can't believe that he is no longer with us. I can't believe it.
Former colleague Jim Ryan knew John for 35 years.
He is that rare combination of people in our business who is superb at his job and at the same time a very decent guy, a very nice guy.
His friends say Slattery was the hard-bitten reporter with the soft human side.
A man who was generous, who was kind, who was supportive, who was always interested in your life and your family and goings-on in your world.
All that I crave is vodka spritz.
John was not afraid to poke fun at the high and mighty. Here, after the Inner Circle roast with Mayor de Blasio, the mayor tweeting today, New York City has lost a great journalist. Our thoughts and prayers are with John Slattery's family and his colleagues at CBS. John was also a man of faith and family. He and his wife, Susie, raising their 3 children.
Oh, the mommy on the bus goes. Shh, shh, shh.
You don't often in life meet someone as extraordinary as John Slattery. And when you do, if you do, you are blessed. And I feel blessed to have known and worked with him.
In New Dorp, Staten Island, in Brooklyn, in Kew Gardens, Queens, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, John Slattery, CBS 2 News.
Peter Dunn, the president of CBS television station, said today, John had been with us since October 1984, so he was just days away from celebrating his 30th anniversary at WCBS. We were truly blessed to have him as a member of our CBS 2 News team, and we will miss him dearly, and that certainly goes for all of us here. And, you know, the one thing we've talked about all day is that what people never saw about John was his sense of humor. He always had that withering sometimes sense of humor, and if you ever teased him, I love to tease John.
Yes.
And I'd say, John, I've been watching you since I was a little boy. And he'd say, Brennan, well, I do have ties older than you. That was John. And we had that all day long, and it was just,
I can't believe it, you know. We are sad. We are so honored to have worked with him, and we learned from him, didn't we, Dick?
Yeah, I walked in this building a few years ago, and I looked there and I said, John Slattery. And I'd been doing this for a few years, but I think every one of us felt an inspiration. Yeah. Every day was his first day on the job,
yes.
It felt like.
Yes. Our hearts are with his family.
Indeed.
His wife, Susie, and their 3 children, Kathleen, Patrick, Megan, their sons-in-law, and the grandchildren. John was a grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
We send our condolences to the Slattery family.